I hit the buzzer beater. Why'd you watch from the bleachers? I'm no preacher, more like a poor righteous teacher. Food for thought, I feature. We talk rap off beat, all fact, all street. Cut the fat off the meat and get to the point.
Cash got the corner, not here to exploit. We the joys to get to the top, gon' need a hoist. We move joints like androids. Together we can joint to get you the point.
The jewels. To the point. The jewels. To the point.
I'm present.
What's going on? What's going on? Quick re-up.
I hit the buzzer beater. Bleachers, I'm no preacher, more like a poor righteous teacher. Food for thought, I feature. We talk rap off beat, all fact, all street. Cut the fat off the meat and get to the point.
Cash got the corner, not here to exploit. We the joys to get to the top, gon' need a hoist. We move joints like androids. Together we can joint to get you the point.
Some pros and cons with all of them, right? And as I was, scanning my brain, right, I figured out that as much as I understand that it's not a freestyle, the written joint, I would much prefer hearing that than hearing a real off the top freestyle, unless a nigga super tight, like Robbie Khan was saying. Some dudes be with the freestyle, they freestyle so crazy, you would think it's written.
Yeah, right. Then you got the other cats who try their best at freestyling, and like every 2 bars, they check 1, 2, and starting over again to choo-choo train ride, trying to get the 16 stops. And they can't figure that last stop out.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So freestyling is just that. It's not paid for, it's free. But it's supposed to be tight. So if you can't get it airtight, and if you can write something on a freestyle tip that's airtight, think back to what I said. You still have to be able to perform this on cue, hit the 8 ball in the corner pocket every time on stop and deliver. So that's a talent in itself. But to be a real freestyle rapper, it takes an authentic skill that only certain lyricists have, and not quite few have it as tight as the ones I'm naming, the ones I name.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, what y'all think about that? Y'all think freestyle off the top or written freestyle? 2 things, 2-part question, right? Is freestyle off the top, should that take the banner, should be the banner of freestyle rap, like it originated as, or should we say freestyle elevated as well? See, everything elevated. That's what we gotta say these days. We can't be stuck in the Jurassic Park era all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
We gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta move with the times. So.
Yeah, because like everything elevates, everything evolves, everything has growth. You understand what I'm saying? So if hip hop was born, I'm gonna say 1979, it's a middle-aged young man, young lady right now. You understand what I'm saying? Hip hop got grandbabies.
Right.
So it grew, and the grandbaby taking the banner right now. What they doing with it is what they doing with it. We gotta give them their respect and help them hold it down. Not hold it down for them. Because if they turn, they up the bat, man.
Yeah.
I ain't getting in their way. Yeah. I just want to also let them know that there's still room for the old cats that's still doing their thing. Because it's lanes. See, on the highway nowadays, you got 5 lanes of traffic.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's best you stay in your own lane. But if you can travel in each lane and keep the speed and down speed, up speed in each lane, do you.
Right. I'm going to keep it real with you, right? Just to camel ride off what my man's saying, right? What we trying to do here on To The Point as well is bring harmony between all the facets, the old school, the new school, because a lot of the existing arguments only deserve a dialogue. You feel what I'm saying? And the old school got to learn how to understand the young bucks, you know what I mean? And have some consideration and respect for the fact that they took the craft to another level. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And only thing I think some of the old heads be trying to do, right, to be honest, some of them, the ones that be hating, be trying to remain relevant, right? The ones who get out the young bucks' way and give them their homage, let them do them, I think they understand, man. It's almost like I said, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant type vibe, you know what I mean? And
Right.
before that, Dr. J, Michael Jordan type vibe,
Right.
and so forth and so on, you know what I mean? I think that what needs to happen to bridge the gap is the youngins have respect for the elders, and the elders have consideration for what the youngins doing and pay a listen. You feel what I'm talking about?
Exactly, because like you said last time, respect is due to a dog.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? My grandmom taught me, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing, or she get mouth getting washed out with soap. You understand what I'm saying? So you knew to stay in pocket at all times, especially to give tribute to your old heads. Now, the old heads, at the same time, my grandmother, she ain't let none of the oldest ones in the family running around just disrespect her grandchildren. So she played the middle bass to keep stuff fair and even in the household. Because you have, like I said, you have older cats who think they automatically have something over top of a younger generation. You have some younger generations think the older cats is in the way and want to push them and shove them outside or to the side like if they don't exist. So you have the mediators of hip hop, which To The Point is here to do,
Right.
is to keep it even. Like my man was just saying, I'm just articulating in my way.
Right.
Basically the same thing. All that thieving and stealing, get out of here.
Hey, let me say this here, right, Con? Don't that happen, though, in every facet of life? It ain't even got to be hip-hop. On the street level, every level of the game, it comes down to the old and the new, you know what I mean? And you get what I'm saying?
Always a battle, like, right? You know what I mean? And that's that's like the rotten apple in the bunch, or the spoiled onion that rotten all the potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, it only takes one to put his, how can I say it, his not so wholesome ways
Right.
onto a genre of music or a genre of people, or like you were saying, anything elementally supporting something trying to prosper can have a negative effect on it and spill over into everybody else trying to do something positive.
Right.
So it's always best to play it even.
Right.
And that's what I try to do at most times of the day. Most times, for the best part of my life, I'm trying to keep it even. Because I'm not always right, and I'm trying never to be wrong, but I'm Benny Adams, so I'm going to fall short. And like I said, or I'm saying, this world set traps out here for us young black men especially. And it's up to the cunning ones, the ones who got a little education, the ones who have a little ingenuity, to learn how to maneuver around the potholes and the traps that this world has set, especially for black men. Now, they're set for everybody. You know what I mean? But some potholes, the traps ain't as deep. But once you fall in, some of them, it's hard to get back out. So, that's why I'm coming up with that.
Hey, listen. I'm going to try to cover all ground that we was just mentioning, right, in our cold beverage.
Right.
So here's the cold beverage segment, right? Let me take a sip. Listen, I'm going to start off with the old school, right?
Right.
Cool G rap. Listen, if any of the youngins, I believe most of the youngins are privy to Cool G rap, especially the ones that talk the street, you know what I mean? They talk the street heavy. The rappers that talk the street heavy, or they listen to that type of vibe. Y'all like to listen to the Beanie Siegels and the Jada Kisses and all them dudes. Cool G rap is a coin pioneer, that type of style.
Right.
And y'all
Right.
heard Jay-Z say it in one of his joints lyrically, I'm Cool G rapping his prime, right? Cool G is working on a upcoming album, right? And it's featuring Mims, it's featuring Big Daddy Kane, amongst others, throwback dudes, man, pioneers. It's funny because me and my man just recently acquainted, right, with a movement that's going on out all over the place. It's conglomerate, but the movement is a lot of throwback artists, you know, that was once, you know, that was relevant, still is relevant, made their name, you know what I mean?
Shout it out one time.
Yeah, it's called the Culture Pushers, you know what I mean? Culture Pushers Collective.
Right.
And it varies people from Sauce Money, used to be Jay-Z, right-hand man, Cool G Rap, M.O.P., Lil C's, Smith and Wesson.
Yant.
Yeah, Big Yant Strickland, shout out to Yant. My man Flash, shout out to Flash. Flash moving around heavy. If y'all know Flash, he signed to Rough Riders. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's still inked with them, but he was signed to Rough Riders before. Heavy with the bars, you know what I mean? Amongst others, you know what I'm saying? So the old heads still on the move is my highlighting point, right? Some of them still on the move, some of them still got a lot to say, and some of them still know how to talk it heavy. So look out for that Cool G Rap, John. What you think, Kyle, about that, yo?
Hey, man, you like cover all bases. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can bring a grand slam home. The old heads really got the game back behind the play of the young boys. The young boys is leading the pack. They is making hits after hits. They stealing bases. They getting triple home runs, everything, right? But then you have some old heads that's reemerging back in the game, reestablishing themselves. Some have pioneered, like Sheikh was saying, and gave birth to some of the most lethalest MCs known to man. And the few of these guys that reach back and they bag of tricks, and man, they like,
He heavy with it.
they got a lot of tricks. You understand? They like Phyllis the Cat. You know what I mean? They got a bag of tricks, man.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very happy to have met and have the privilege to bump my elbows and, you know, rubbing shoulders with some of the dudes she disannounced.
Right.
And
I forgot to mention Method Man, too. Method Man on deck with that joint,
yeah,
too, they said.
exactly. So like you said, culture pushers, man.
Yeah, look out for that stuff. Culture Pushers, Coach put me in the game, Coach put me in. They got a lot of stuff going on. Then they got Philly in the mix with them, too. They got Ab Live, Spado on this Coach Put Me In project.
Right.
A lot of stuff coming up, man, so listen out for that. But I want to shout out my old heads, man, Cool G and them, for even having the wherewithal to step out in the arena with these young cubs, these lions, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And still scrap and still let them
about?
know I know how to get at it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I shout out to them dudes for that,
And
man.
they holding their own. Like, I'm like I tell y'all, like, I am a detective when it comes to this MCing craft. I know skill between talent. I know stealing over skimming.
Right.
I know riding the beat under the track. I know laying over top of a track. I know when an MC is dominating the beat. I know when an MC is laying soft on the beat. See, there's certain criteria that makes up of this skill that some people call hip hop, some people call MCing, and like I like to call it rap, or what our genre I like is rap. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it varies, just like you have all different kind of rock and rolls. You understand what I'm saying? Hip hop is coming to that. It's breaking down like all these different fractions of hip hop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, moving on, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna hit another generation up. Freddie Gibbs.
This guy, man.
Freddie Gibbs, right? Freddie Gibbs.
Man.
He pops up out Buffalo after some verbal assault that he verbally assaulted my man Benny the Butcher. For Benny the Butcher was shrugging his shoulders like, I don't even know where it's coming from. You know, we was just torn together and this and that. So you never know why dudes do what they do in this game. Sometimes they show a flaky hand.
Right.
I ain't even trying to put no brain work to that because that ain't my, you know what I mean?
Right.
I can't figure that out, but that ain't my thought pattern. But at any rate, dudes do it. And it's a little nutty, you know what I mean? But he did that. So what happened was he inherited some enemies, right? So he slid down to a show out Buffalo. I know y'all probably heard about it. And he's in the restaurant, and these boys come in there and stroll him like 20 deep. Allegedly Griselda affiliates, right? So he takes to social media because it was alleged that his chain got took in the process, right?
Right.
So he takes to social media, him and his chick, saying, you know, produce a chain if y'all took it. You know what I mean? I ain't take no jewelry from me, you know what I mean? And he was in the process of buying some more jewelry when he was, you know, when he was filming the joint. You know, like this how the dudes start kicking murder, thinking they kicking murder, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, right? And be honest. I think this type of play came from, I want to say it came from here, because this when I first witnessed it, and I zeroed into it, and I told my man about it. I used to joke about it, but now it ain't really a joke, because both of these dudes is dead, right? And they was both big-time boys in the game, Biggie and Tupac, right? But it was a situation where Tupac had got robbed coming to a studio in New York to see Biggie Small and them, got robbed and shot up in the lobby, right?
Right.
And right after that happening, Tupac came out with a record. I hit him up, boom, 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 and all that.
Right.
And I used to joke a little bit with my man and say, damn, that's the response, you know what I mean? He just gonna make a record after somebody run down on, you know, because we really for the street type joint back then, you know. So, you know, I used to joke about it in a way to say that basically that's how people respond now with the clown, and now they call it trolling. You know what I mean?
Right.
So main man gets strolled, and he come to social media buying more jewelry. He in the jewelry store buying jewelry, talking about how them dudes ain't take his jewelry. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
filmed it for social media.
Right.
Get some momentum. Also, this boy's on Yo MTV Raps is back, right? And they got DJ Diamond Cuts, our own, Philly's own DJ Diamond Cuts is a host, and they got the boy Conceited off of Wildin' Out. Those two are hosting the joint, so Yo MTV Raps is back in motion. You know what I mean? And Freddie Gibbs popped up on there too, talking about, you know, his rap beefs. He always having beef with other rappers.
Right.
You know, and he went on to say he ain't got nothing against Gunna. He liked the song Gunna's Gotta Get About Him.
Right.
You know,
Right.
he said a few things, you know. What you think about this type of thing, Khan, man? What's to say about this, man? The Freddie Gibbs situation.
There's a lot to unpack with this boy, man, because he's starting to carry a certain kind of hat for me. Like, I'm going to explain the kind of hat he's wearing that I'll go into detail and I'll unpack it.
Right.
All right. First of all, see how you said it remind you of Biggie and Tupac thing? When Tupac got robbed or whatever and got shot up, hit up, right?
Right.
And he came back with a song, I hit him up.
Right.
Right? It's a little slight difference with this guy here. It's like almost like, remember back, I'm going to take you back to a time frame. And it's usually, this is the time frame when you and I was really in the mix,
Right.
caught up in the batter a little bit, so to speak, right? And I'm talking about mid 80s, early 90s, right?
Yeah.
During this time frame,
Crazy. I spent the bulk of that in jail.
by the time you was on bricks, right? The reason why you was incarcerated,
Right.
I knew of, was a lot of taking stuff that ain't belong to you, right?
Right.
And a lot of people got caught up on the other side
Of that
of
tape.
having things taken from them, right? Now, it was certain ways that things were getting took from them back in this time frame.
Yeah.
It was a lot of Christmas tree wire, a lot of chicken wire, a lot of gray tape. You understand?
A lot of chicken wire was in play, man.
A lot of these joints going down, right?
They getting hog tied.
You understand? And dudes, I remember a lot of dudes through the city think it was cool points when they got taken off for like, they might have only got taken off for 50, 60 grand.
Uh-huh.
And know what their comeback was?
What?
Man, it was another beam 50 in the ceiling, nut ass niggas.
So niggas been doing that
This
trolling
ain't just
type
start
vibe. I get it. I
you know
get
what
it.
I mean? No, but see, back then it was the other side of the troll.
Right.
It was a nigga getting robbed, trying to save cool points or save face by saying the niggas that robbed him was the suckers or the dudes that was nuts, because he still had 150 grand
Right.
in the missing place shoe
Right.
drop on the bottom shelf of his drawer.
Right. Got you.
You know what I mean?
I think sometimes that's what these guys
So
try
that's
to
what the boy-
imply
That's
too.
what boy was saying by what jury they took. Now,
Yeah,
but
and he buying more
but he buying
at the
jury.
same time.
You understand what I'm
You know, they
saying?
try to make them out to be the suckers.
Yeah, like,
And
you know
that
what I mean?
they try to imply
And what I'm
that.
saying is this, right? Like I said,
Yeah.
right? I'm going to keep it even. The only sucker in that, for real, is the one who is not going to account and be accountable for the error that was made to get him in that position.
Right.
So all that extra running off at the mouth from the word go is where he was out of pocket at.
Right.
You understand? Because like I said, my grandmother said to me, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing. Because that's, see, and I tell my grandson, it's consequences and repercussions. That was his consequence and his repercussion.
Yeah.
Ain't anybody put no soap in his mouth, so he got the upside of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what I think about that shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, right? And I'm gonna step off of him and go somewhere else. But I want to say this, right? I don't know. You know, I always put this disclaimer out there, right?
Right.
I don't know none of these guys on a personal level, right?
Right.
And I only can go for what they selling me. They're
Exact-
selling this. They
Right.
selling it, right? And some of it I buy, some of it I ain't purchasing. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But I say all that to say, I started off feeling the boy Freddie Gibbs, right? Right?
Right.
Because I liked the way he rapped. I like who he was blending with. I was liking his vibe, right?
Right.
Until he start poking his head out in this type of way with the trolling and inviting beefs and all that, that naturally makes me turn off a dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because any dude in general that run around looking for trouble
Right.
ain't an inviting type character to me. It ain't a cat that makes me, you know. I don't like to get close to them type of dudes that just looking for trouble.
Right.
For no reason. They running around, testosterone running high,
Right.
overflowing, you know,
Right.
and they just looking to bump heads with other Rams and all the time, starting shit, you know. That ain't my type of cats, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I kind of got off him from there,
Right.
and then I stepped back and watched. And every since I stepped back and watched, I keep seeing him pop up in this type stuff. You get what I'm saying? So I haven't paid any more ear even to his music, because it's like a turn off now. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know. So let's go ahead. Another cold beverage.
Man, he thirsty, huh?
Yeah, we thirsty, man. Let me take a sip. Let me take a sip. NBA YoungBoy, right?
Yeah.
NBA YoungBoy.
That's the Tupac of the 23.
That's what you call him.
Yeah.
NBA YoungBoy, right? He signed Atlantic Records. He had a deal with Atlantic that the deal was coming to an end, and they tried to renew the joint, right? Offering $25 million, right?
Right.
And Young Buck turned that paper down. He say, "No, I'm great. I ain't good. I'm great." You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And only thing to make of this is that he gonna go an independent route.
Right.
I don't think he gonna turn down a quarter, $25 million from a label he was already comfortable making money with, except that that's the alternative. I think he could go independent. Now, I want to know what's your sentiments on that decision. What you think? You think that's a good decision for him or bad one, Con?
Man, from the rip, he was already signed to a deal, right? He had a 2-album deal or something like that, right? He
think so.
He executed his contractual responsibilities. You know what I mean? Now he's a seasoned veteran.
Right.
When it comes to this industry, technique of rubbing elbows, he got schooled, so to say, without paying for it.
Right.
Now he learned the game on the back end. He probably already employed road manager. He probably got his mom for his personal manager. Probably got his wife or his girlfriend for his road sound manager. He probably got personal accountants. He probably already got lawyers and everything lined up.
Right.
You know what I mean? He probably got dates and show dates and hotels and all this stuff already reasonable, plausible, ready to get shot to the moon. Right. As soon as he says a go. He probably got a road team to put his flyers up and everything. So making $25 million, he probably make that back on the first half a year. Next part of the year is all profit.
Right.
So I can see him doing it.
What's
because
jammed up on it?
Because he already been signed to a contract. You understand what I'm saying? And him learning the game is worth the price of tea in China.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying? So for him, it's a go.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what my sentiments are. Often we get to this topic of indie and major, right?
Right.
And often I have mixed emotions.
Right.
And that's because there's so many different pros and cons with both.
Right.
That it's hard to just put a blanket distinction on it to say which is better, which is not. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, right.
A person like me that's an independent type dude gonna always lean towards that anyway because that's my makeup.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think independence come with a certain mindset from the gun bust. Right. A certain makeup, a dude that ain't no bootlicker. He like to be on his own time. He's his own boss, basically.
Right.
Right? But when I hear some of the artists talk towards majors and they say how that ain't for everybody, I understand what they saying because everybody can't fill those gaps that the majors fill for them. Everybody ain't really cut like that, but they be talking indie.
Right.
Because you got to reach in your pocket on indie. You know what I mean? You got to really be independent of help.
Right.
And on your own with it. So I say all that to say this, right? I believe that if he's trying to go independent and not ink for the 25 mil with them again, go do it over again, I think it's great for him. And I'm going to tell you why. NBA YoungBoy's a big-time household name.
Right.
I know for a fact he can clear that $25 million on his own and some. With his following, with his talent, you know what I'm saying,
Yep.
with his social media presence,
Yep.
is a no-brainer. I would have did the same thing if I was in his shoes, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, right. That's what I was trying to tell you. When I first started, know what I mean, let you know what's up with him. He probably got all his ducks lined up.
Right,
Like I said, for them couple years he was already signed to the major, he probably peeped game
right,
and put it all in his back pocket.
right,
Now he hired his team. They need to work for him to make him get to a whole nother level of success in the game.
right, right.
And if he worth 25 million of them, he gonna make 250 million on his own. He probably got to pay out 50 million, so he probably gonna cash out 200 million profit. You know what I'm
Lil
talking about?
Nizzy, you gotta come up here one day, fill his seat up too, man.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to my son, Lil Nizzy, on deck.
But look, let me ask you something, shit.
Yeah, you want to ask me something now? Go ahead.
It's
go
about
ahead,
that
shoot
time, right?
Shoot.
I mean, I'll be doing a little bit of thinking, trying to see where you at with it.
Yes, sir.
You know how we talk about this MC craft, this MC skill, this hip hop craft, this hip hop skill.
Yeah.
And when we start, trimming the layer back from the onion, we get to the point of a rapper.
Right.
What is it for you that makes up the ingredients, so to speak, or the criteria? You want to get more elaborate, makes up of a real rap, artist, but it's deeper than that. A profound rapper who raps the kind of lyrics we learned to love from the corner.
Oh, you talking about, in a nutshell, you trying to say the kind of rappers we like.
Yes.
Okay, the kind of rappers I like, I'm going to first put it out there by mentioning some examples, and then I'm going to go into your question and start answering the question, right?
Yeah.
I like rappers, right? First of all, that speaks towards my personal experiences and my upbringing and things that's relative to me, things I can relate to, right? And I don't know whether to call it fortunate or unfortunate, but I grew up in the streets. I grew up a certain kind of way, you know what I'm saying? In a certain type of neighborhood. That's like all of us, here, right? So I like to first off listen to people that I can relate to, that's talking to me, talking my language, something I understand.
Right.
That ain't going over my head. I ain't got to look it up to see what it means. They talking right to me, talking some of my personal experiences, right?
Right.
And it's two categories of them guys to me.
Right.
And I'm gonna show you the categories by example.
Okay.
Right? I'm gonna go here with the first category. I'm gonna say Jay-Z,
Right.
Rick Ross, Jeezy, right? And I might sneak a guy like T.I. in there, right? But really, Jay-Z, Jeezy, Rick Ross type of dude, right?
Okay.
Talk that street talk like that.
Right.
Now I'm gonna categorize. Now I'm gonna give you a whole other category.
Okay.
Right. Jada Kiss, Styles P, Beanie Siegel. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. You could have sat up here with me too and filled this seat up if you want to discuss something. This is my main man. Right? He's behind the scenes. Shout out to Cash Studios, man, while we at it.
Right.
It's the owner there that's talking.
Right.
Now listen. What So the two categories, if y'all paint a picture of what I'm saying, is all rap, they talk street, but in different ways. And I gotta put Pusha T in there, right? So I like all them guys. Now, which one do I really like the most and why? What makes up my favorite type of those kind of rappers? This is what my man asked me, right? This is rough. I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this. It would have to be the first category, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
The first category, the Jay-Z's and Rick Ross boys, as opposed to the Kisses and them come next to me.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you why. They all talk that language, right? But some of them talk it more eloquently, right? And more, they put a little bit more wit to it.
Right.
And they also have different cadences.
Right.
They have different ways they come. The Beanie Siegels and Jada Kisses, they back you down, boys. They rough around the edges, Dickie Wan, Tim Wan type vibe, straight gutter street. Then you got the Rick Ross and the Jay-Z type boy is the pretty boy, money getting boy that was on the street that like to stay fly, wear the jewelry, and go to Vegas and go ahead. And so you got one cat talking to them guys, and you got the other guys talking to the straight slums, the ones that's in the trenches. Some of them may be working for them type dudes.
Right.
Or that's they cop man or something.
Right.
You get where I'm coming from?
Yep. Yep.
So it's like, I like the other dudes, I'm gonna tell you why. Their experiences stretch out a little more, right? They bread stretch out a little more so they could talk a little bit flyer with the street. Cause every street dude inspires to be fly. You feel what I'm talking about?
Right.
Always looking at the big car and the jewelry and the allure like Jay-Z say.
Right. So let me ask you again.
Yes, sir.
What are the criteria?
The components.
The components.
All right. I'm going to say this here.
You said the cadence. I got
Cadence is one. Wit.
You said eloquence.
Eloquence, wit.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Wit. Flyness. Swagger. Delivery.
Okay.
Flow.
Okay.
Breath control. Right? And I don't like all the theatrics with an MC. I don't like an MC that gotta jump up and down and do backflip handspring semis off the stage to get my attention.
Right.
They gotta capture me with all that what I'm saying.
Right.
If they come with that whole package, I'm keyed in. Keyed all the way in. They got me to kill.
Right.
That's very entertaining to me.
Right.
They ain't gotta flip around and act crazy with it.
Right.
And my top dog is Jay-Z with that, because Jay-Z bring that full package, and he keeps his composure. He keeps his cool, so to speak, and that's what makes it stand out to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The fact that he keeps his cool and he cock his hat and he just start talking that shit to you and you be captivated by that, that's all you gotta do to be the top dog.
Okay. Okay.
But everybody can't got all them components to do it.
Right.
So they gotta dress it up, theatrics, this and that.
Right.
But cadence, swagger, flow, breath control, fly, wit, all those things conglomerate to me, and I gotta believe you.
Right.
I gotta believe you a little bit. I gotta feel like they were your experiences.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Or they were second or third party experiences. You was close enough to narrate.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's my joint. I like them dudes and I like those components in them. So what's your answer to that question?
To ask myself the same question of what is the components, the criteria, you know what I'm saying, the makeup of a, you know, I'm a ex-out hip-hop artist because, like I said, I'm more or less in tune to the rapper. What makes up the components of the murderous rapper to me is, for one, the most important element to me is dominance over the mic.
Right.
And a lot of people take this in for different meanings, but what I mean by that when I say it is aggressive.
Right.
Nothing, no time for poise. You know, the microphone is to be assaulted. And when you're assaulting something, it's never nice, it's never really polite.
Right.
It's very aggressive. And that's the first component that I look for in a murder MC. Murder rapper, rather. How aggressive is he in his, what my man called it, cadence.
Right.
How aggressive is this rapper's cadence?
What actually is cadence, if I could interject
Cadence
right there?
is
What,
the way a
explain that to
person's
somebody.
voice fluctuates from check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 1 2. That's cadence. So if you come on the track, yeah, y'all, that's old school, right? But that was the old school cadence. That was the aggressive old school cadence. Then we go old school mellow tone, it'll be,
Give up some new school for the the youngest.
I'm 53 years old. See, come on, man.
Let's reach for some
Come on,
new
man.
school.
I'm old school, man.
He
From
get,
Shell
my
to
homie get
Adidas,
ready.
man.
My homie get ready to fall in a vicious Kumo D bag on y'all real quick, man. And Young is very witty, man. He great hit it. He said, "What two?" He
No, right. But your cadence is the way you articulate, your voice fluctuates in and off the beat. And some people do it in most cases, it attracts the listener to open their eardrum up because you're now sucked in.
Right.
You might not even caught tuned to the words he said yet. You heard him say something, but the way he said it made you now dial in. That's the cadence.
So was the voice capturing you, the way they fluctuate the voice?
The voice is another element that makes up a murder MC, right? And that's an element that is very underrated. You understand?
That's what it is.
So when
Right.
you are articulating and you are aggressive and your cadence is now have a person drawn in,
Right.
the words may get recorded later, or the next set of bars may capture you and you dialed all the way in.
Damn.
That's the cadence.
So you can have cadence without reading the lyrics.
A lot of
Fill it
people
in.
did.
Yeah.
Then you have swagger, which comes with a video. You see how a person moves, body language. And before the video, you had swagger over the airwaves with ad-libs and character tracks. And you became personal with the rapper. And that's one of the two elements to me that makes up the most important to a murder MC. And then the most importance to me, to a murder MC, is how he carries whatever rap he's doing. Me, I like more heartfelt pain rap. So if a person can carry that and take me to that trash can part that I come from and bring me up to triumph, that's a successful rapper to me. And, you know, there's a lot of murder rappers out here.
Who do that best for you?
Who do that part best? Now, this ain't, I'm not saying this is the best rapper. See, we get caught up in this a lot. And
Right.
it's like you be trying to get me, you know what I mean?
No,
and
no.
I'm going to clean it up every time. Right? I'm going to clean it up every time. Right?
Yo, I
Because-
just want to know
Right.
what you said. Who does that the best for you
Right.
when you out that trash can in the Triumph?
And to triumph
Yeah.
as a murder rapper, Siegel.
Siegel, okay.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it because I'm Gio, and y'all know I'm Gio.
Right.
But as far as talking about out the hood now, he nailed it with that song. Bottom line.
Yes, sir.
That's from trash can to triumph. You know what I mean? A lot of people got painful song raps
Right.
and this, that, and the third, but that song was highly underrated, man.
I'm going to tell you one of the ones that did that for me.
Yeah.
And we watched this. We witnessed this.
Right?
We was up Baseline Studio.
Right.
And this actually the first time I saw Jay-Z record live.
Right.
You remember that night?
Right. I was right there.
And
I know what you said, the boy.
yeah. And somehow, some way, we gotta make it about this hood one day.
Right.
We watched them record that joint.
Right.
And that joint took me there, yo.
Crazy.
And Beanie did that there. That's what I'm saying, yo.
Right. Right.
What?
Right.
What? Didn't he go crazy on that
Crazy.
pain, bring you out the gutter up here?
All with the triumph, man.
Oh, that was a heavy
Yeah,
one, yo.
man.
I watched that magic come to
Check
play.
it out,
Me and you.
man. You know, knew the neighbors on the block with their face on stuff.
Yeah, man.
All that type hip stuff, right?
Mom smoke, kids can't chase the ice cream
cream
truck.
truck. Yeah,
You wonder
man.
why we light things up.
You know what I mean?
Come
You know
on.
what I mean, had the light green. Why you say? Oh, he went crazy right
Try
there.
to
I didn't want to
try
jack him
to
up,
try to
man.
relax, lean up.
I didn't want to jack
He
him
was
up, man.
killing that
I
joint,
know
yo.
he got stupid wide open on that joint.
Now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
We witnessed that.
Right.
We hear the lyrics back, you know.
Right.
We know the song. The song got out there mainstream crazy,
Right.
right? Which verse, who had the best verse on that song? Remember Jay-Z? What would we get about this motherfucker? Metaphors and riddle out this motherfucker. Something was hospital feeling out this motherfucker. Somehow we gotta get about this motherfucker. Some way, you know.
I think Faith had the strongest verse out of there.
Scarface, Brad.
Yeah.
Brad had the strongest one out of all
Yeah.
three.
Yeah. See, what you gravitate to most of the time, and
Right.
I notice, is how many balls can a man juggle?
right.
I gravitate
Good
to
way to put it.
the point.
Right.
If he can make it as simplistic as possible, but get me right to the point, that's, to me, you probably say it's a back you down,
Yup, it
first
is.
layup, right? But if you can't stop it, it's Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah. And
You
it's
know what I'm saying?
super effective and it's crazy. I get it.
Right? And you prone to like in
The bip bops on the way down.
Skip.
I just like to be
know?
entertained to that
No,
extent.
this is entertaining. Ha. Bam.
To some.
To a lot.
No, I'm not saying.
Maybe just not to you in most cases.
No, but
pointing
there's
out.
other people like me. That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot
so
that like back you down, dunk on
I'm not
you.
saying it ain't. I'm talking about you got fans of both.
Right, so let's get to what we're saying.
Right.
My question was, what is it that you like, right? Then you ask me what it is I like.
Right, gotcha.
That's what I'm giving you.
All right.
My part. I'm prone to liking the best that I like is to cut the fat off the meat. And a lot of them dudes that back you down, dunk on you, can bip, bop, skip, skop, doop, doop. Reverse
Right.
layup. Beans can do all that.
And let me
skip, bip,
add
and all
this
that.
too. You like
Kids
that
can
in
do that. Skip,
everything.
skip, skip,
You
skip,
like that in boxing.
Yeah.
Everything. That's you. And I like the other thing
Right.
in everything. It's the same way.
Except Javonte Davis.
On what tip?
On that same tip.
Cause he ain't got none of that with him.
He ain't got a lot of that skip, bop, scoop, scoop, Devin Haney.
So what is it that?
What's your name? Dude from North Philly got.
Right.
What's his name?
What you want?
Boots. He don't got that stuff.
Oh, he
Boots
from
got.
West.
I mean, West Philly. He don't got
and
Boots
it's
got.
right.
Or Devin Haney got.
Right.
Javonte is back you
Shakur.
down.
What about Shakur Stevens?
He definitely ain't got what Shakur Stevens got. If he fights Shakur Stevens, he might be in for his match because that guy got what you like. He got the slip, dip, uppercut, jab, spin off you.
And just for the record, I like Shakur over him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put that out there.
Yeah, because that's your traditional guy you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm why you say him. Yeah, but that's what I'm prone to like, and not saying I don't like the Biggie Smalls. I love that type rapper, but I like the Tupac type rappers too. That's right to the point.
Got you.
Ain't all the 8 balls in the air. They got 3 balls they juggling. They do it well.
Now, can I ask you a question in hindsight of the question?
Yeah.
We building.
Yeah.
You know? Out of those categories, 2-part question. Does Snoop Dogg fit that category? And if so, which one of them guys? Which way would you lean him?
Oh, shit. Damn, man. Look, right. I don't give a lot of dudes this, man, but one dude I already gave him that.
Right.
And what I gave Mac was his own genre, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Snoop has the other spectrum, the other light on that same prism of lights.
Right.
You got Mac on one end that's holding down the murder rapper side, right? Then you got Snoop Dogg. Now, don't get it wrong. The murder rap, I said, can do all the crossover, skip, bop, Uncle Harry moves, all them little flow. He got all those tricks, right?
Right.
But he going to back you down and reverse dunk on you most of the time.
Snoop, right?
Now, Snoop got the other spectrum of that. He got the pimp daddy shit. He gonna slow pimp juice you to death. He gonna pinky ring you to death, finger roll smooth on you. You know what I mean? He gonna get you right there and drop it right in.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? But then every now and then, he gonna dunk on you because Snoop's 6'5". Don't get it twisted.
Right.
Snoop can stretch.
Right.
You know what I mean? He got vast to his game.
Right.
Don't think he can't go deep cover and go dunk on you.
Right. That's what I was ready to say. Yeah, and you don't stop. 187 on all them joints.
So Snoop can get real dark when he have to, like. But his game is really smooth and silky. Like I said, he that George Gervin of the rap game.
Ooh.
And Beans is the Shaquille O'Neal, man.
Got you.
You got Jay-Z being Michael Jordan. That's his game. He's Michael Jordan.
Listen, right?
Yeah.
We somewhat winding down a little bit, right? But I'm gonna use this last few minutes to privy y'all on some things, some up and coming things.
Yeah, what it do?
We got the third chair for a reason. We already have guests. We got guests lined up.
Right.
I mean, we putting a Rolodex of nice guests together as we speak. They already on deck. Just about arrangement, schedule, and all that. So look forward to some guests in the up and coming near real near future, right? Like
Right.
ASAP Rocky.
Right.
Also, we want to showcase up and coming underground artists' music. And we want to use this last part of the segment, the last part of the podcast on the outro for that. So we got some stuff lined up. We got to get all the technicals worked out. Huh? Yeah, they got videos and all. Okay. You saying right now? I don't have a video right now, I don't think.
No, we gonna get on that, y'all. It's gonna be a time and place for all the wrinkles get ironed out. You know.
Yeah, I got music. I ain't got video.
Right now, we still.
You can't put the music
like
on?
I said, we iron out. Let's hold that third party talk. Y'all hold that third party talk.
So listen. Anyway, we got it up and coming, right? We got to work the technicals out. But that's what I'm saying that to say. Any up and coming new artists that feel like y'all music is good enough to be showcased on To The Point on the outro, because we trying to showcase it, pump it, give it a platform, give it some listeners, give it some momentum for you. Direct the people to where you selling it at, where they can stream it and listen to it at like that. We trying to help, our people. We trying to uplift our people. We ain't asking for no check or nothing.
Bottom
it's
line,
just for help.
Philly versus everybody.
Right. So I'm saying send y'all music in, man. You can send it to either my email or my man's. Mine is Sheed, SHEED, NPSP @gmail.com. Or you can send it to ThePoint267 @gmail.com or
RobbieCon24 @gmail.
Yeah, send the music, man. You know what I mean? So we just gonna play it for the audience, for the listeners, and showcase it. Tell them who you is, where to find your music
What
at.
we trying to do right real fast in a nutshell, man. We trying to camera ride to the top. There's 2 humps from the camera, right? We gonna be on the front hump. Y'all can come on, get the back. We gonna lead us to the top, or vice versa. Sometimes y'all get the front hump and we play the back.
Right.
Trick is getting to the top.
So listen, man. Like I said, look forward to a guest, man. Maybe this Friday coming. We on every Monday and Friday, 8 p.m. now. You know what I mean? That's To The Point 267 on IG Live. We doing everything live as well as live on set, right?
Right.
And I also encourage you and I implore you to go to the To The Point YouTube channel, subscribe, right? Like, comment, and share.
Right.
Share the videos. Watch the whole video. Watch the whole podcast. You're going to be entertained. It's entertaining. It's informing, like I mentioned earlier. You know what I mean? So we here. You know what I mean? We staples now. We staples in this game. We can only go up from here. So we going up. Y'all with us?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So with that being said, man, it's your man Sheed from To The Point. I'm signing off till Friday, man. I'll see y'all back here.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu.
Another one?
I hit the buzzer beater. Why'd you watch from the bleachers? I'm no preacher, more like a poor righteous teacher. Food for thought, I feature. We talk rap off beat, all fact, all street. Cut the fat off the meat and get to the point. I hit the buzzer beater. Why'd you watch from the bleachers? I'm no preacher, more like a poor righteous teacher. Food for thought, I feature. We talk rap off beat, all fat, cut the fat off the meat and get to the point.
Cash got the corner, not here to exploit. We the joys to get to the top, gon' need a hoist. We move joints like androids. Together we can joint to get you the point.
To the point.